hit the replay button. Alrighty, so I just was going to talk to you guys a little bit. It's been a while, like, feel like now that we're going to have a few more, like, people that actually want to work the business, that's probably a time that we need to have, like, monthly team calls and just kind of talk about things and, like, be more connected. And so I haven't been the best at doing that, but I feel like it's something that I want to start doing more of, and just to kind of like get a team culture going and building and things like that, and be on the same page for things. So this month I'm just going to start out by sharing like kind of what's going on with my schedule. But I am kind of switching things up just because with Summit next week, I usually started my challenge groups like at the beginning of the month, but this month I'm actually doing my challenge group starting on July 24th. And then that'll also help because Shift Shop is coming out. Not Shift Shop, because I saw in one of my posts this week I put Shift Shop. And on the 24th, I am starting to do that. And then I think that'll be like a 5-week group. I might even do kind of like 2 extra weeks of prep week. And so I'm pretty excited to start that. And then I might even do a free group once I get back from Summit. Just depends on how motivated I am and like kind of where I'm at. But typically that's kind of my month. And then I'm also doing a coach this week. So I don't know if that helps anybody kind of just stay more on track or organized, or helps you organize your month at all. So and then I also posted my July goals in the group. I have my like notebook where I post all my goals in, and I just kind of made it something fun to do that. And I think that I'm going to start kind of having us do that, because I think it's important that we share goals with each other and kind of where we're at, and just sharing just sharing our goals, because I think it's important to know where like you guys see yourself going, and for me to share like where I see our team going. So I think that's important too. But today I just kind of want to talk about like getting back to challenge groups, because I feel like sometimes challenge groups are so tough, and it's sometimes tough to get everybody going, and then sometimes they just, everybody kind of craps out at the end, and, then there's kind of just you posting, and it's like, what happened to everybody? And there's just crickets. So I think that it's important that we talk about that. I had listened to a call with our Bearcat tribe leaders. So that's like, we're Fit Farm Wife Empire, and then there's Team Rise, and then there's Team Spirit, and then there's Team Bearcat. So it was the Bearcat team leaders that Jamie and Kim Fitzpatrick talked to us, and they're actually a husband and wife team, and I believe they're from Canada. But I kind of wanted to go over that call with you guys. I'll probably even share it in our team page, because it was amazing, and it was just awesome to see like how they work together as a husband and wife, and how they're both full-time Beachbody coaches, and actually the husband started out first before the wife. So I just thought that was kind of unusual, because usually it's always like more of a woman thing to do this, but and she wasn't very on board at first. And so they were just kind of sharing tips on like rocking their challenge groups and how they go about doing that. But the first tips of advice they always said is they are really willing to work hard and sacrifice a lot, and post about that. So, the things that sometimes that are scary to post, the things that you want to just, go in the corner and cry or throw up because you're scared to post it, like post it, because it can make people relate to you more. It will help just, grow your connection with people. And I found that even for myself, that those posts are just the ones that explode, that you're like, oh, this is just terrible. Like, I'm not, I don't want to do this, but those are the ones that just blow up. And you have to think about, like, as a coach, like right now, what are you willing to do to move your business forward? So, whether that's sacrificing, like I would say, like your favorite TV shows at night, or, maybe some family time for the ultimate goal of having this, as your full-time income, or whatever your goals are. And then let people know what your massive goals are. And so that was kind of my point of doing the July goals, because when I heard this call, I was like, we haven't done that for so long, but we need to start it again. And so whether or not you let people know, through your team or through challengers in your challenge group or social media. And I think those are all great outlets, because social media, they should know your fitness goals, because obviously they're watching you as a coach. And they should also know your business goals too, because that's who you want to attract. And you want to attract those people who are looking at you and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to be her. I want to have her lifestyle. And so I think that's important too, that we share those goals on social media, but also make it relatable. So that's the thing, is people are like, regular people don't know what, 21 Day Fix is, or what diamond means, or what star diamond means. So we have to break those things down, those terms, and use it in regular terminology. So whether it's when you're sharing about your team and building your team, you can share about, maybe making X amount of dollars, or being able to go on vacation, or being able to, take your kids to Disney World, or, things like that, that helps them relate more, instead of saying, yeah, I want to be a 2-star diamond, or, what the heck is a 2-star diamond? So just to break those things down. The other thing that they were really talking about, which I'm going to actually start trying out, I'm going to try it in my July 24th, Make the Shift Challenge group. And so they were starting to do Zoom calls with their challengers, so weekly Zoom calls. So not only were they having a prep week, and then also, the challenge group and doing all that stuff, but they were also having weekly one-on-one, or not one-on-one, but weekly Zoom calls with their challengers. So what I do is every time somebody purchases a challenge pack from me, is I call them after they get it, and we schedule a time to set up to do a one-on-one call. And this is just me being a coach, because I feel like our duty as a coach begins after that sale is made. So, our job really doesn't start until we make that sale. And so it's really important for us to help out with that and do that, because that's just part of our duty, and that's, part of where that income came in. So I like to do one-on-one calls with them after they get their challenge pack, and get them started, and just tell them how to make Shakeology, tell them how to, get started on planning their workouts or planning their nutrition, help them get started with knowing what isn't Shakeology, because a lot of people are like, well, what's the difference between Shakeology and, GNC protein powder? So tell them that. Usually it takes about, 30 minutes or maybe less to go over that information, but it's a 30-minute well-used time, because a lot of people, after their first or second month of Shakeology, they'll go inactive. And let's face it, Shakeology is how we make our money in Beachbody. That's, what our income is. That's our bread and butter. So we have to be aware and be telling people that this is proof in the powder right here. It's the pudding. It's the secret sauce to your success. And it's not a weight loss shake. Make sure that you emphasize that it's, it's your nutrition, it's your daily vitamins every single day. And so, and then I think with those weekly Zoom calls and those challenge groups, that's kind of what you get to present to people as well, and just kind of getting connected to them on a deeper level, because I think seeing each other's faces, like what we are doing now, connects each other as a team and as a unit. And just as much as Taylor and I just celebrated 4 years of marriage this week, and just as much as you become one after you get married, we as a team are becoming one, just sitting here and communicating, because communication is kind of the key to all that and brings that together. So I think having that and bringing that opportunity to your challenge groups is going to even help them grow even more. They also talked about doing a personal development book with challenge groups, which I think is an awesome idea. I've done a few of them myself, but I've made them mandatory, and they were just one book. So I did a Jesus Calling, I think, last November with another Team Arise lady. I've done a couple other ones, but I think giving them an actual kind of guideline when they first start. I'm actually calling it a contract. Since mine, I'm doing a test group. So I'm having, and I'll post it in our team page too, like the contract that I made up. But I'm having them sign and date it, and that's saying that they're going to commit daily to checking in and logging into the challenge group, because I'm actually going back to Facebook this time. I used the challenge tracker app this month, but I don't know. I'm still not a fan. And it sounds bad, but I don't know. I just don't like it. And I like doing live videos too. And I don't know. I just feel like Facebook is just easier. But anyway, so I'm making them like a little contract, and I'm saying like logging in, checking in daily is one of their vital behaviors with their workouts and their Shakeology, committing to the nutrition plan for 3 weeks, because Shift Shop is 3 weeks. Like, what's that? 21 days. But I'm also giving them the option when I'm sending like them the videos, the people who are interested, I'm giving them the option of doing Shift Shop or 21 Day Fix, because they're both 3-week programs. And then I'm also adding in that contract about their personal development book. So I'm having them decide between I Am That Girl, No Excuses, and there was one other one. But like I said, I'll post it in our team page. And then that helps them kind of almost be a coach, because they're kind of doing all the different vital behaviors. So they're working out, they're drinking their shake, we're getting on Zoom calls weekly, we're reading personal development. The only thing that they're not doing is inviting and building relationships. So the other thing that you can also ask them is like on Sunday nights or on the weekends to tag you in their meal prep. Like you could have a prize for that. So like have them tag you in what they're doing for their meal prep, and then, have like a drawing for, like those sample packets of Energize or something, or, a $5 or $10 Amazon gift card, or a personal development book, or, something like that. So you can have kind of that incentive to have them be posting and tagging you in their posts. Also, let's see, taking them outside of their comfort zone. So like by having them do personal development, it's not something that people do a lot of. Like you don't see a lot of people being like, yep, I'm reading this personal development book today. So it's kind of taking them beyond what their normal programming is of their life. And don't be afraid to ask for referrals. So people that cancel their coach accounts, I just had a couple ladies this week. Those are good people to ask for and be like, okay, like what didn't I do right as a coach? But then also when you ask that, you can say, do you know any friends that you think being a part of a challenge group would benefit them? So don't be afraid to ask for those referrals, because if you are being a good coach and, having them be in your challenge groups and helping them and doing these calls with them, people are going to take notice of that, and they're going to be like, yes, like this girl is awesome, and I'm going to tell my friends about her. Because when you think about it, like Nike or, I don't know, Walmart or McDonald's, all these companies have like their little slogans. They don't need to be like, come in and order a Big Mac. You just hear that, I'm loving it, and you know that it's McDonald's. Or you hear, I don't know, the Allstate commercial, or that Allstate, whatever, that deep voice of that black guy who advertises for them. Like, you would recognize that with that company, but they don't need to be like, oh, hey, come buy my insurance or come buy my Big Mac. And so that's the point of Beachbody, us too, in our own personal brand. So we kind of want to be able to identify that, and, without even having to ask for that sale or that referral, but just by knowing and putting ourselves out there that we are available to help people. And then also getting those transformation stories. And this is a tough one, because I haven't had that many people either have like major weight loss transformations. Like, some of these coaches, I feel like it's almost kind of unfair, but some of them have like 50-pound weight loss or 100 pounds. And it's like, whoa, like where do these find these people that are willing to put themselves out there and share that with other people? So I think that getting people even to transform just even with 10 or 15 pounds and asking them to post their transformations in the challenge group is huge. But it's actually getting them to do that. So maybe, I don't know, like maybe doing a prize with it, or, prize being entered into a drawing, or things like that. I don't know. I feel like transformations, people are just a little bit kind of leery of posting those, even though it is a private group. So it's just trying to get those. And I know my main focus of this new group that I'm going to be starting, this new challenge group, is going to be results. So even though the Shift Shop is only 3 weeks long, it's, focused on getting those results and getting, those transformation stories, because that's what we want. And that's what people recognize and associate us with. So the ultimate goal is to have that transformation and to get a coach out of it that is, willing to do personal development, post a transformation story, do all of that. And that's just other things, that not only that meal prep that they can tag you in, but it's also their transformation as well. So another podcast that they gave in their call that I haven't listened to it personally, but was Rick Costello, the Life School podcast, and they apparently said that was really, really awesome. So like I said, I still haven't listened to it yet. This call was like 2 weeks ago, but being I was gone in Idaho and things like that, I haven't. Let's see here. We as coaches also have to lead from the front. So with our coaches and our clients. So every day when you wake up and you send out those invites or build those relationships, you just have to be like, I am attracting rock stars. And I know it sounds really dumb, but maybe say it like 3 or 4 times before you actually start sending out those invites. I know I've been kind of doing that lately. It feels really weird because I'm not very I don't know, I'm just not very meditative or anything like that. Like, yes, I go to church and I have faith and I pray and things like that, but I'm just not like, that about having like yourself little mantras and different things that you say. But I'm trying to get into that a little bit more and maybe just like help yourself to build that up, maybe that momentum. I know some coaches listen to like gangster rap, they call it, when they're sending out their invites. But sometimes for us country girls, maybe that's Jason Aldean, so you kind of have to do your own thing and like do the things that pump you up to send out invites and to lead from the front. So leading from the front with coaching and with your clients. So make sure like when you're running challenge groups that you are sticking to that meal plan and sticking to your workouts and drinking your shake, because if you're not, people will be able to see that. And if you're not, and you're eating ice cream every day or chips, and burgers, like obviously it's going to catch up to you at one point. And, we're supposed to be coaches, we're supposed to be leading, we're supposed to be inspirational. And so all those things kind of work together, and we want to be doing, what we're asking other people to do. And then let's see, do a video message every week. That's also something that you can do in your challenge group. Just getting you on video and people hearing your voice is important. Sometimes when I'm talking to somebody that's really interested in coaching or even, what is a challenge group, what's a test group, I'll ask, what is a good time that we could set up to talk on the phone? Because when people hear your voice, they'll hear your sincerity. And I think sometimes like just, messaging people on Facebook, sometimes it just gets so monotonous and we just, kind of, copy and paste over and over again. And when people hear your voice, it just adds a different level. It adds a different tone. And so even for our team calls now, I think like even just getting together and seeing each other helps. And I think realizing that, hey, my coaches are people, or my challengers are people. There's actually a person behind that like, or there's a person behind that invite that I just sent. And so we really have to be aware of that. And knowing what people are going through as well. So before you send that invite, just do a quick scroll of their page. So if you're going to invite Sarah Smith today, just scroll down her page and see what she's been up to. What did she do for the 4th of July? And then talk to her about that before you send that invite. Or before you send that new friend message, that hey girl message, that initial conversation, scroll through her page. See what her interests are. Maybe she likes, I don't know, gardening too, or I don't know what else you can like. Maybe she likes Jason Aldean too, so you can talk about that. And we have to know as coaches that people and our clients are buying into us. So I know sometimes it's hard to see that because there's so many other really amazing coaches out there. And even the top coaches like Lindsay Matway, Melanie Mitchell, like what do I have that sticks out from them? And really that big answer is you. You have you, because you're going to be able to attract people that I won't be able to attract. You're going to be able to attract people that Lindsay Matway won't be able to attract. So you have yourself, and people are buying you because they believe you and they see what you are doing on social media, and they want to be a part of that. So we have to be really conscious of that, and knowing that these people really all they want is just to be a part of us and a part of our movement. So they see us, doing our workouts, and they're like, that looks really cool. Or they see us, talking about coaching or, our office or whatever. And they're like, hey, I want to work outside too, or I want to work in my living room too. And so we have to be really aware of that and know that, they want you to change their life because they believe in you. And this business is more than this business is more than about working out. So it's not just about the shakes. It's not just about the workouts. It's not just about, this coaching opportunity. Of course, it's amazing, but it's about the people too. So it's about the other coaches that you meet. So that's honestly one of the main reasons I'm so excited to go to Summit next week. I was going to say next year. It's next week. But hopefully next year you guys will be able to come too. So is just to be able to meet some of those people that I've been talking to for almost 3 years. To finally, meet and network with other coaches that are maybe from North Dakota too. And just being able to have that community. And, I know I posted in our team page this week that I was actually talking to this girl that we met on Instagram, and she had approached me about the coaching opportunity and saying that she was really, excited and really watching me and watching other Beachbody coaches. And so I was like, yes, like this is going to be awesome. Like, can't wait for her to sign up and join. And then, I saw her post about It Works. So once she finally got her challenge pack, and she actually lives in Alberta, Canada. So she actually just got her challenge pack like a week and a half ago. And so then you can imagine how devastated that I was when I saw her posting about It Works. And I talked to her about 3 times on the phone so far. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like just breathe, Alicia. And so when I texted her, and we were just kind of going back and forth about Beachbody. And, I said, look at it this way. I said, are you looking for long-term vision and results? Or are you looking for short-term goals and, just short-term quick fixes? And she didn't answer me on that. But, when you look at Beachbody as a whole and what it stands for, and I don't know if you guys have listened to the I Am Team Beachbody podcast, but that was in May, and there was 31 coaches featured on that. And I listened to several of them. I probably only missed 5 or 6 of them, but it's amazing. Like the people and the backgrounds that people come from, and their lives are completely changed by Beachbody. Like this company stands for so much. So it's important to remember that what we stand for, but what you stand for, and also that you are talking to a real person in the background, behind that behind that computer screen, there's a person that you're talking to that wants a part of you and what we do. So I think that's really important to remember too. So, but yeah, I've definitely, yesterday was, or I think, was it Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday when that happened. So it was really a tough day, but I realized that, you have to bless and release, because it's not even worth it and it's totally up to her. And if she's only in it for that quick fix, then this isn't for her. You know, you have to have that long-term vision of where you're going as a coach, but also still as a client, because we're all still Beachbody clients. We're still working towards our goals every single day, just like our challengers. So that's also important to remember in your challenge groups too, and to be relatable. So that's all I had for today. Did anybody have any other questions that you guys are like just dying to know? If not, we will talk to you guys soon. And just let me know if anybody wants to do a one-on-one call. Like I said, I have that new scheduler thing, and just makes it easier for me, because when you guys want to talk, you let me know, because I just felt like I was chasing everybody down to do one-on-one calls every week. And so now it's just like it's on you when you want to have one-on-one time, or when you want to have questions. So just use that scheduler. And I should edit that, because next week I will be leaving later Wednesday afternoon for Summit, and then I won't get back till Sunday. So I'll be kind of out of the office. So, but I'll let you guys know how Summit is, and I think there's some really exciting announcements coming soon, probably new products and stuff too, so I'll keep you guys posted. Alrighty, well, I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
You too.
We'll see ya.